Hi, hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ibrahim Sagbalaji, and I'm the founder of Bote Technologies. In this tutorial video today, I'm going to show you how you can install Kali Linux in your virtual machine workstation Pro. If you're new to this channel, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button for more awesome content like this. Kali Linux is an operating system used by security auditors, by penetration testers, by digital forensic investigators or cybersecurity analysts, or anyone who works within the cybersecurity landscape. So in this tutorial video today, I'm going to show you how you can install Kali Linux on your virtual machine workstation. If you're new to this channel, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button for more awesome content like this. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the official website of Kali Linux, where I'm going to download the ISO file of the ISO file of Kali Linux. So I'm going to go into my browser and I'm going to go to kali.org. So this is the official website of Kali Linux, and I'm going to click on the download button. So I'm going to click on the installer image, which is the recommended. So I have three options. I have the 64-bit, I have the 32-bit, and I have the Apple Silicon. So currently on my machine, I'm running 64-bit on my machine. So I'm going to download the 64-bit, and also we have the 32-bit. So if you have 64-bit, you can also download the 32-bit, because if you run 64-bit, you can also install the 32-bit on it. So while the Apple Silicon is for those who use Apple Mac laptops. So I'm going to click on the download button, and this is going to download the Kali Linux. So I already have it downloaded on my machine, so I'm not going to do that again. So I'm going to click on the cancel button. So next I'm going to do is I'm going to open my virtual machine workstation Pro. So when I open my virtual machine workstation Pro, I'm going to create a new virtual machine. So by creating the new virtual machine, I'm going to mount the ISO file I've already created. So I'm going to click on my computer, and I'm going to click on home. Then I'll click on the create a new virtual machine. So I'm going to leave this as default, as the typical recommended, and I'm going to click on the next button. So I'm going to choose the second option of the installer disk image file ISO. Then I'm going to click on the browse button. So next I have the Kali Linux ISO file in my compressed folder. So I'm going to double click, and I'm going to choose the Kali Linux. So next I'm going to click on the open button, and this is going to load it into my installer disk image. Then I'm going to click on the next button. So next I'm going to choose the operating system, which is Linux, and the version I'm going to leave it as default, which is the Debian 12.4 64-bit. So I'm going to click on the next button, and for my virtual machine I'm going to call it Kali Linux, and I'm going to click on the next button. So for the disk size, I'm going to be choosing 60 gig. I'm going to be writing the 60. I'm going to be using 60 gig. Then I'm going to choose the first option as my choice, store virtual disks as a single file, and I'm going to click on the next button. So I'm going to click on the finish button to create the virtual machine. So the next phase is we have to power on our virtual machine, so that we can complete the installation process. So once this has been loaded, I'm going to ensure I pick my date, my time, and also some other necessary things like the tools I want to install on my Kali Linux. So I'm going to choose the first option, the graphical install, and I'm going to press enter on my keyboard. So this is going to take a while for it to load the interface. So while this is loading, we are going to have to wait for some minutes before this pops up. Alright, so the next phase is we need to select our language. So we have a list of language we can pick from. We have Czech, we have Danish, we have Dutch. So I'm going to be leaving the English as my default language, and I'm going to click on the continue button. So for the country and territory and my location, I'm going to be selecting the United States, and I'm going to click on the continue button. So next I'm going to choose the key map, the keyboard. I'm going to leave it as default as the American English, and I'm going to click on the continue button. So next the installation process is starting, and we have to wait for some minutes for the process to finish. So while the process is going on, the Kali Linux is already downloading some of the important tools and libraries we are going to be needing in our penetration testing phase. So while this is going on, we can we can check for some other tools we can download, and also we can configure our Kali Linux with with our preference. So you can right click on the Kali Linux and go to settings. So in the virtual machine settings, you can choose the memory size for your Kali Linux. You can choose the processor, the number of processors. So yeah, I'm currently running on my machine. I have 32 cores, so I can pick any numbers I wish to choose. Then for the number of cores per processor, I can also modify this. Then for my hard disks, I've already choose my hard disks to be 60 gig while installing my Kali Linux. Then also my network adapter is set to NAT. So when we look at some penetration testing phase, we are going to see how we can change our network adapter from NAT to host, or we can choose the bridge network connection. Then also we have our USB controller, so we can configure this to our own preferences. So I'm not going to be doing anything right now, so I'm going to click on the close button. Then I'm going to continue with the installation of our Kali Linux. So for the host name, I'm going to be changing it from Kali to Boltec, and I'm going to click on the continue button. So for the domain name, I'm going to leave the domain name as empty, and I'm going to click on the continue button. So next, the full name for the user, I'm going to leave it as Boltec, and I'm going to click on the continue button. So the username for my account is going to be Boltec, and I'm going to click on the continue button. So for the password, I'm going to choose my password, and I'm going to confirm the password by typing it twice. So I'm going to click on the continue button, and right here I'm presented with an option to choose the clock for my time zone. So I'm going to leave it as Eastern, and I'm going to click on the continue button. So next, the Kali Linux is going to write all the it's going to make sure that it's install all the necessary tools. And while this is running in the background, we can right click on our Kali Linux and check some other settings, some other options we have. So for our shared folders, the shared folder has been disabled. So in order to enable this, you have to finish the installation process. And also we have the auto protect to be disabled, so you can check this box to make sure it's enabled. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to continue with the Kali Linux installation. So for the partition method, I'm going to select the default option of use entire disks. So I'm going to click on the continue button. Then next, I'm going to click on the continue button. So for this, I'm going to leave it as default, recommended for new users, all files in one partition. And I'm going to click on the continue button. So I'm going to click on the continue finish partitioning and write to disks. So I'm going to click on the continue button, and I'm going to write the changes to the disks by selecting the option yes, and I'll click on the continue button. So now we have some of the dependencies and some of the tools are currently installing on our base system. So this is going to take a while for the installation process to finish. So while this is after this has been completed, we can launch our Kali Linux and start performing penetration testing on it. If you really enjoyed this video, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more awesome content like this. And also you can check out some of my previous videos on how to install Parrot operating system on virtual machine workstation. And also I'm going to be releasing some interesting videos on cybersecurity, especially on penetration testing. If you really enjoy my YouTube channel, please do not forget to subscribe, comment, and share my videos.
So while the
installation process is going on, this is going to take a while, so I'm going to pause the video until the installation process has been completed. Then I'm going to resume back the video. So next, I'm going to check the genome option, and I'm going to click on the continue button. So this is going to install some softwares, and which will allow me to carry out some penetration testing on my Kali Linux. So while the installation is going on, I'm going to pause this video, and once the installation has been completed, I'm going to resume back the video. Next, I'm going to choose the GDM3, and I'm going to click on the continue button. So next, I'm going to choose the yes option, and I'm going to click on the continue button. So I'm going to select the second option, the dev/SDA, and I'm going to click on the continue button to install the group boot loader. So while this is currently running, I'm going to pause the video until the installation is completed. So next, I'm going to click on the continue button to reboot the system. So while this is currently running, this is going to take a while, and this is going to reboot the Kali Linux, and we can see that our Kali Linux has been successfully installed. So now our Kali Linux is currently booting up, and we can run our terminal while this finishes. So now our Kali Linux has been the installation process of our Kali Linux has completed. So I'm going to double click on Boltec. Then I'm going to type in my password to log in so that you can see the interface of our Kali Linux. Here is our Kali Linux, and our Kali Linux has been successfully installed. So I'm going to click on the terminal, and in the terminal I'm going to change from user to root. So let me click on the terminal to launch my terminal. So right here I'm going to type sudo su to open the terminal. So I'm going to type sudo su to change from user to super user. So I'm going to type in my password. I'm going to press enter, and right now I've already been changed to root. So I'm going to clear the option, and I'm going to go into my directory called desktop by running the cd desktop, and this is going to open my desktop directory. So I'm going to list out the files I have in my directory by running the ls, and as you can see, my directory is empty and it's not going to return anything. If you really enjoyed this video, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button for more awesome content like this. So our Kali Linux 2024.1 comes with a lot of awesome cybersecurity tools, and from here we can see some of the tools, and like aircrack, we have AR ping, we have Atil document, we have autopsy, and we have Clang, and we have some other cybersecurity tools that come up with that comes with the new Kali Linux. So in our next tutorial video, we are going to see how we can use some of these tools in our penetration testing phase or in our digital forensic phase.